Hi, everyone. I'm Steve here again with Pastor Victor Brote. Thanks for being with us, Pastor.
So glad to be here.
All right, so this is an interesting verse that you've picked out today. Why don't you go ahead and read it?
Sure. It seems to me to be just one of those keys with growing in Jesus and being productive. It's Luke 8:15. But the seed on good soil stands for those with a noble and good heart who hear the word, retain it, and by preserving, produce a crop. There's a lot of inside there. When we hear the word, it changes us. It makes our heart good soil, and our kind of responsibility to our very soul and heart is to continue in the word, to hear it, to read it, to study it, and that's what causes us to be transformed into that kind of good soil. When I was a young Christian, it just was confusing to me. I want to be good soil, but maybe I'm rocky. No, you become unrocky by listening to his word day in and day out, not just Sunday morning at church, but a daily feeding of his word. And that transform. In fact, I will say this to you, Steve. You encourage me to listen to the word through the night. And in doing that, even weeping, it grows you. It does something it's like exercising all night. It puts muscle on. And you wonder about how to become good fruit or produce good fruit. It has to do with the word being fed into you. Now, I went through seminary and all that, learned the Greek, and I studied the Gospels for one seminary, just catching every single Greek word and how it was different in all the Gospels and outlining that whole thing. And so I did very, very careful studies, and yet there's just a need for a daily, seminary is not enough. Nothing is enough. It's what works in my life, and I know because of studying his word, what really works is feeding ourselves day in and day out. We were talking about vitamins and nutrients before this time, and it's a constant kind of drip of what we need, not just once a week or once a month, but a constant feeding your soul that changes the very nature and makes you into productive seed. Now, you can't just sit there and listen all day. You need to step out sometimes. But that is the groundwork for having the ability to be productive. What do you say, Steve?
Yeah, I don't think I told you this, but my wife has okay. Let's put it on, because a lot of people are like, oh, I can't sleep. It's sound, it's noise. But anyway, she's gotten used to it, playing it pretty loud, so you can easily consciously hear it. And I don't know, it was about a week ago, she goes, something's different. I go, you think? So whatever we are barraged with, whatever goes into us is going to affect us. It's called marketing, right? You watch a television commercial and you watch it over and over and over, it's going to affect you. Well, it's the same thing.
You want things all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, if you listen to the Bible, and just because you're sleeping, this is the best thing about it. Just because you're sleeping does not mean it's not affecting you, because it is. So if you want to be affected by that, try it.
Yeah. And the conscious time too, it's so important to immerse yourself. I know that people are busy, but there's a lot of things that can be put aside if you really have to, but really it's making a priority to be fruitful. And Lord, help us. Pray about this, and the Lord will open your heart to go, yeah, that's right. That's what the word says, and that's how you grow. And again, not by attending church. I'm a pastor, but that's not the key ingredient to a Christian growth.
All right. Well, great topic, and you guys try that. And like I said, when I'll listen and I'll hear maybe 10 minutes before I fall asleep, and when I wake up, I'm getting, as long as I want to lay there, 10 and 15 minutes in the morning. And it seems like I always wake up like maybe in the middle of the night at one particular point where maybe God wants me to consciously hear it. So it's a great thing to try, and I've done it most of my life. And anyway, thanks for your input, Pastor, and we will talk to you next time.
Thanks.